Good evening, guys. Welcome to another stream here on Aviator 268 channel. We are underground in Atlanta, heading over to Tampa this evening with one of my very good friends. He's over on his streaming platform. For this evening, we're heading down to Tampa. He's in the 737 right over here. He is flying the 737 for Southwest while we're being welcomed to Tampa this evening. It's a little bit noisy on the background because of these airplanes that are on here. Sometimes the AI aircraft a little bit louder than we want it to be. So just showing you where we are right now. It's a beautiful sunset. I think this is a very nice picture right here. We can take that shot right there. Nice. We put that on Volante real quick. If you are on Volante, feel free to look us up. It's 1457 heading to Katl, and we're in the Fenix A320. Sticking with the 320 for this evening. Let's jump right in and get started out. So we are at stand Echo 5 this evening. Let's go ahead and get our FMC sorted out. It is boarding the fuel right now. Fuel on board today. Why am I in KG? I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this thing. For whatever reason, it's not staying set whenever I choose it. Okay, let's do that real quick. It's not. Hoping that it's going to stay. So I don't like the fact that it's KG. Let's check. Okay, cool. 1500 and 15,050. So that's pretty good. So we have, let's see, how much do we have? 13,960. So we're almost ready to go. Where the fuel is concerned, once the fuel is done, we will start our boarding. We should have. We should have. I don't know why they didn't do that. Maybe I need to update it now. The creator should have changed that. If not, oh well. But it's supposed to be a 2 class. Anyways, let's get started. We have air traffic control online today, so we will be favored with the chatter. Right now we are looking at information Yankee. Departure is going to be runway 26.27, right? So more than likely we are going to use 27, right? We have our clearance already given. So let's just get this one. And wind 2705. Visibility is 10 statute miles. You at 25,000, so pretty clear. Temperature is 23, not that bad today in Atlanta. And the altimeter is 304. And for our pre-departure clearance, we're cleared to Tampa via the Bang 3 departure. Luck transition. And we'll take 100 down to Tampa. We climb to 10,000, expect 380 10 minutes after departure, and our squawk code is 7105.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Departure frequency today is 133.75. With all that set, we're good to go. So let's set our FMC. Departure is runway 27 right. We're going southbound. 27 right, and we use the Bang 3 luck transition. Insert that. We'll take Tampa, arrival.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
And it is the 95. There it is. 100. And for our arrival into
locking gear.
7. Yeah, that, and we will insert. So let's check that real quick.
Good evening.
Departure 100. We did perfect. That's it. So we're good to go. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the stream. We're just getting set up here on the gate. I am not on the frequency as yet, but I'm not sure if let's set 475. I will send him just a message to check. See if he's ready to 8. Can you let me know if he's ready as yet? We're still boarding. Let's check our load sheet. So we go to, so we have diff strip, DIF, RadNap, then we go to init B, and then we have, and then we send the load sheet. There we go. Okay. There we go. 1, 2, 3.2. 32 is fuel today is 15. Wind component plus 10. Yep, that's a tailwind going on here. So flight time today is going to be 1 hour and 8 minutes. Accept that. We continue boarding. We can go on the overhead and return to the fuel pumps. And we will start our APU. A cars going. A cars. Those going because we lose, right? Welcome to the stream, guys. We are just
welcome to A Cars.
We are getting there. We are or if you're not seeing anything happening on the screen, guys, I'm going to be on the screen doing. Screen. Arrival gate today. All right, so back so we can go ahead and do the final briefing. Today we're going to Tampa out of Atlanta. Let's get some charts going here. Get some charts going on here. Heading out of Atlanta, we are parked at Echo 5, which is on around 6 South. We're going to push and start facing south. Taxi 2, but likely our taxiway is going to be Lima Juliet like 20. We have more than enough that's very long. Our departure is the Bang 3. On our departure runs off of 26, correction 27 right, climb on heading 275, 1527. Then direct to Slaw, then on depicted route to Bang, maintain 250 to Rivet. So our departure takes us straight ahead to Slaw, then left to Riggs, Rivet, and then to Bang, and then down to Luck, where we will go direct to 100 and join the arrival at T5 to town. Really quick flight. So nothing too long today. As per usual with all departures, once we get the takeoff clearance at or below 80 knots, we will stop anything that makes aircraft flyable. So 80 knots and V1, we will stop for only any engine failure or engine fire that come upon ECAM. We will come to a complete stop, close the thrust levers, then we will shut down the engine that is on fire, and then we will advise the tower of our intentions. More than likely we will then exit via Mike 2 if we can. If not, we'll just wait for the fire trucks to come kick us off, tow us from the runway. Above V1 we'll depart, climb 3,000 feet. We will level off, make sure we assess the situation, advise the controller, then make a left downwind, come back around onto the longest run, which is 27 right. So we will have 27 right as our return. So we will have this back up. If I can find it, 27 right. I listen to the right. Cool. So that's all set. Nothing in terms of any threats that are in the area. Not a very busy time at the moment, so we just follow instructions and we're back. Too fast in a hurry, quick flight, so we'll be up and down in a short while. Flight today is going to be a flight level 2380, so we can put the preliminary load sheet in 1+F, and that will give us a flex temp of 64 degrees, 0.3 down, and our speeds are 147, 147, 149. So we take that to our FMC. We've done init B. We then go to our perf page, 1/0.3 down, and our flex temp is 64. We have 147, 147, 149. Cool. So we go back to init and we check our wins. We will do a win request to make sure that we have our current wind information in the FM limit viewer, and so we will very good too. Cool. So we have 103 passengers on board, and we can didn't start the APU. That's crazy. I thought that was already started. Great. So that's already started out. Good to go. And we can check to see the passengers are boarding. Yes, they are well seated. Hello. Going on. Right. Turn on the seatbelt signs. And once that goes on, we'll definitely get the APU bleed on. Alright, let's run through the checklist. Gear pins and the covers are removed. Fuel quantity is 15,000 pounds. Check and check. On board. Seatbelt signs on. Aviators are nav and bar reference is 30.14. Set and check twice. And down 3 times. Good more. It was good on George. Yeah, man. Terrible. Really? Oh, just not in the video. Oh, okay. Nice. This guy. All right, cool. How was the flight? Is it snowing up that side? That's cool. If you haven't already done so, guys, the video and the viewing, welcome. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe. if you like this view, leave a like. Share. If you would like, you can do exclamation point Discord. You can also join the Discord community so we can have a chat anytime you feel. Just come in and chat with us about anything aviation. If you want to see us do a particular flight, feel free. If you also want to find out what our route is for today, you can also do exclamation point route, and you will see our point routing for this evening. We're in an A320. If you can check outside, you can see what's going on. Doors are now closed. Aircraft is getting ready to button up. Other friend over there, he's in a 737. There he is. And we also have another 737 in the southwest heading on the Tampa. So 3 of us heading on the Tampa right now. If you're ready, you can get up quick and fast. Feel free to come join us. We'll be more than happy to have you along for the ride. Pretty short flight for us going down to Tampa is an hour and 8 minutes from airtime. So that gives us probably just about an hour and 30 minutes to get to gate. Let's see if we can get you there quicker than that. But it's an hour and 8 minutes. So let's keep it rolling. APU is now available, so we can use APU bleed and get rid of the engine, the external power. And let's just run some other checks. Good pressure there. Listen to that sound. That sound sounds pretty nice. Listen, just listen. An old squeaky. Squeaky. Airplanes are old, right? Hey George, he says nasty crosswinds, 30 knots. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty stiff. But imagine minus 220. Hey, any landing you can walk away from is fantastic. So that was excellent. All right, so APU bleed is on. My friend is just doing some catering, and I'll just now go over to do a test on the radios. Let us push a pleasant good evening. Radio check. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon. All right, so we have that. The ATIS Instill Information Yankee, and we are going to runway 27 right for departure today. Oh, did not do the squawk code. So our squawk code today is 7105. 7105. And that's it. So the doors are closed. Passengers are on. Let's close these doors as well. See you later, guys. And Bajan plane spotted. Blessed good evening to you, brother. How you doing? Welcome to the stream, my guy. Just checking on there. You know what I want to do? Eventually, at some point. All right. So yeah, he's ready. What I want to do? I want to do a shared cockpit on this stream. That's what I want to do. All right, so we are ready to go. Everything is set up. Let's just run the before start check. Its parking brake is set. Takeoff speeds and thrust. 147, 147, 149er. Windows are closing locked. Beacon now coming on, and once that comes on, GSX is going to take care of the rest. So we'll have the wing walkers come out, and we're going to get ready to go. I want to do a shared cockpit. We were supposed to do that some months since last year. That never happened. I want to see if we can get that done. That is something that just to see if it's possible. But the last time we tried to do it, it just didn't get set up the way it's supposed to. All right, so I need to choose which direction I want to turn. So we want to face south.
Release parking brakes, please.
All right, parking brakes are released, and let's start the timer.
Push. All engines clear.
All right, so our start sequence is 2 and then 1. As a matter of fact, let's do the opposite way. So 1 and then 2 this evening. So we're gonna start 1 and then 2. So let's just clear the gate area and then we'll start 1 and then 2. GSX updated, and it was supposed to be once we get to a certain distance, they're supposed to tell us Captain clear to start engines, but I think that has to be with the what am I doing? I'm trying to ignition start first. Start engine number 1. It's supposed to be, I guess the GSX profile for the airport has to be updated, and that's when you'll be able to do that. So hopefully in the near future we'll get that sorted out. All right, turning engine number 1.
Be showing you the safety video. Once the video has concluded, we'll be in the house to answer any questions you have before we're seated for taxi out. Again, thank you for choosing Delta today. My name is Susan. I'm your purser for today's flight, along with Charles in the economy cabin. We do welcome you aboard.
And if you guys noticed that little flicker a while ago, that's just what happens in the real world. So that means the generators have now come on, and we'll see the avail light come on shortly. There it is.
Parking brake.
Parking brakes are set, starting engine number 2. All right, engine number 2. Let's go accept this new load sheet. 123.2, I think that changed. Oh no, it's the same. Right, cool. We accept that. We're good to go.
Unlocking gear.
That remains the same. Cool. Let's see what's going on the outside. Alright, so my friend is now pushing back there, so we're good to go.
Left
We
is
have
clear. Right is clear.
left and right is clear on this side. We have avail, so we can now turn that back to norm. Free brake is armed, and we can go in the overhead and turn off the APU. The outside air temperature is 23, so we don't have to worry about anti-ice, and it's pretty clear outside, so we're good to go. Just waiting for pin on the right hand side of the airplane, and we will request taxi. Where are you? There you go. See you later. Alright, flaps 5, flaps 1. Wow, why am I saying that? We're not in the 737. We're not a Boeing airplane. Flaps 1 plus F, please. Alright, let's turn on our transponder so the aircraft can be seen on the radar. Cool. First area we're gonna put Atlanta. Atlanta 27 right, in case we have to go turn. How far are we off? Good. So we are ready to go, guys. So let's go ahead and request our taxi. Pause on the music and we request taxi. Hotline approach Delta 1457. Information Yankee requesting taxi 27 right.
Delta 1457 Atlanta approach runway 27 right, taxi via Lima Charlie.
Lima Charlie 27 right. 1457. Alright, so it's a little bit of change, but that's cool. Not that bad. So we go down Lima and then Lima Charlie. So we're going to be taking a left. Continental Lima and Lima Charlie is that first one right here.
First FMS waypoint, RNF is nothing.
The tack light's going on. Let's run the after start checklist. After start checklist, anti-ice is not required. ECAM status is checked. Pitch trim. Let's do the pitch trim is 0.3 down.
What is your first FMS waypoint?
And then let's run the controls. So rudder left, rudder right, ailerons left and right, neutral, fully up, fully down, neutral. All right, so that's set. So after start checklist is complete, rudder pitch trim is 0.3 and rudder trim is neutral. Flight control is checked, flap is 1 plus F, radar unpredictive wind shear is on and auto. Engine mode selector is norm, and ECAM status is takeoff 1 blue, and that is going to be the check that we get from the flight attendant once they're done their checks. And now let's taxi. Parking brake is released, and let's go. Breakaway thrust, and let's be on our way.
Folks from the cockpit, looks like we're number 1 for takeoff. Flight attendants, please prepare for departure.
We will be number 1, but kind of spoke a bit too fast. All right. There we go. Aircraft to our right, so we gotta be mindful of him. So Lima is this next taxiway right here. So we're cleared right. Where is that? There he is. We're cleared right and we're cleared to the left. Then we'll have the southwest guy.
Yeah, 150. So not showing you squawking normal. Squawk normal, please. Checking my squawk.
So there is our friend in the southwest. On the south.
Southwest 598, land front. Taxi Lima, Lima Charlie, altitude 3014.
And this is actually pretty good because what would happen is you have a departure ahead of him. We're going in the same direction. So it will give us that spacing that we need heading down to Tampa this evening. So this is actually pretty good. That is pretty good. We won't say that we're faster than him in an Airbus, but you know. All right. Let's not irritate the people behind us. We'll taxi a little bit faster. We're going 10 knots at the moment. Probably go about 15 knots. Should be fine. All right, to do our review, we're going off of the Bang 3 departure this evening. So it's going to be Arnav to Snuffy. Arnav to Slaw, rather. We're on the north side, on the south side. So Arnav to Slaw, then Riggs, and then Rivet. At or below 80 knots, we'll stop for anything that will make the aircraft unflyable. Between 80 knots and V1, we stop for only engine fire that will come up on the ECAM. At V1, we will commit to the takeoff, climb 3,000 feet. We will assess the situation, then communicate with ATC, and come back around for a landing on 27 right, which is the longest runway, and we have that already programmed in the... No, we do not. Secondary flight plan. After that, come back to Atlanta. Right. 2, no stop. Cool. So now we're set. And we're running off the taxiway. Huh? Does this guy realize that he's on my tail? Is what's going on with this? Dude, could you slow down?
Delta 1457 RNAV, 2 small, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV star 27 right, clear takeoff, 1457. Alright, runway engine procedure. We will have our strobe lights coming on. Why was he on our tail like that? What's his problem?
Gateway 158, hold position.
Approaching, 27 right.
Not that fast.
Why is he trying to kill us, man?
Crossing, 27 right.
Gateway 158, runway 27 right, line up and wait. Line up and wait,
All right.
Runway
So
27
we're
right.
good to go. So let's turn on our taxi lights. Feel some of this inward light here. And we are ready to go, chat. So let's pedal disconnect is off. And we are ready to go. Thrust to 50. Start the chrono. Little pressure on the stick. 50%. Manflex 64 SRS runway. Auto thrust is blue. And we're rolling. $80 knots. Check. Release some of the pressure. Keep the center line. V1, rotate. Positive rate of climb, gear coming up. Yes, sir. Minecraft, take off. We are off. Flaps up. Speed check.
Southwest 598, runway 27 right, line up and wait.
Another 4057 passing 2.1. 1,400, 4057. Alright, 1,400, and let's do autopilot on, and let's get this TARA, and we are off. Maintaining 250 until rivets. So we're just gonna follow the RNAV. And the outside looks lovely. When I was younger and I was doing flight sim for the first time, look at that, look at that. That is beautiful. And there's the other aircraft right behind us, and then you have the Southwest under. That's cool. And this is what actually happens in real life, guys, where you have several airplanes taking off at the same time, you know, just one after the other. So that's really, really cool. So the night flights, seeing the lights, I mean, just see these lights remind me of when I'm flying at night in the real world. Really, really cool. That JetBlue 7 sounds like somebody I know. Oh no, it is. Alright, I thought it was somebody else. Almost seems like one of our friends. Once we pass 10,000 feet, we'll turn off our lights, run the after takeoff checklist, and then we climb up to cruise, because once we get to 14,000, we'll be out of approaches airspace, and he sent us off to Unicom, and we get to listen to some music and chat a bit. 10,000 feet, lights coming off. Cool. So let's run the after start checklist. The after takeoff checklist, rather.
Southwest 598, thanks for contact climbing to 14000. Climbing to 14000 for the offline Brandon 7 terminated for changing code today.
Thanks so much for ATC. Have a good day, sir.
Gateway 168 AD, centers offline Brandon 7 terminated.
Great. That just looks so nice.
Feel free to use your own headsets.
It really reminds you of flying. And you have, look at this airplane right here. I believe that's our friend there in the Southwest. That's just cool. It's really cool. So guys, it is an exciting period where on Thursday, for those of you who are interested in news around the sim community, we have, hey, what's going on, David? Welcome to the stream, bro. Hope you're enjoying it. There is the A350 that's actually coming out very shortly. A350 is going into, they're going to do a showcase stream on this Thursday, February 6th. So please mark your calendars, February 6th. If you're in the Discord, there's also a message in the Discord in the announcement section that they're going to do a showcase stream. Now, in my mind, if you have a showcase stream, it means that the airplane is about to drop. And I'm happy for that. They could drop it. That could be our Valentine's Day gift. What you guys think? That could be our Valentine's Day gift, definitely for all of us simmers. You know, happy Valentine's Day to me from Any Bills. That would be an awesome gift if they were to drop it on February 14th. Now that's just speculation, guys. That has not. I don't have any inside intel. I don't know. If I did have inside intel, I'll be sworn to secrecy with an NDA. So guys, I don't know. I'm just talking, just for sake. In the event that they do drop it, that it would be really nice if they were to drop the A350 on February 14th, which is not this week but next week, Friday. That would be awesome if we were to get that, because the whole weekend is going to be A350 flying if that were to happen. You know, definitely waiting for the A350. It's going to be a beast to fly. So make sure you check it out on Thursday, February 6th. Let me check the time. The time that they're saying is 10 Zulu, so that's going to be 6 a.m. local time. Ooh, I'm going to be getting ready to work, guys. I wonder if I can be late for it that day. Just to check out that on YouTube, you can see the developer stream on February 6th. So make sure you check that out. We're at 18,000 feet, so we are now on standard and standard set. So that is something to look forward to. If you also missed the update for the 757, those guys over at Bluebird Simulations, they would have done a release of the latest videos, and we've seen them talk about the schematics that they've been looking at, what they're mapping out, what they're doing going forward. And unfortunately, even though it looks really good, they're not going to be releasing the aircraft for the first quarter, so we won't be seeing the 757 before, at best, sometime within the mid-second quarter thereabout. So we're still saying congrats to them because it means that they're farther along, but they're making sure that they're doing everything possible to make it a good showing as soon as they hit the road with that release. So the 757 is going to be one of those high fidelity ones as well. Custom air autopilot, custom LNAV, VNAV, all these different things that they're doing an excellent job based on what they say. The sounds also sounds amazing. And if you are a part of the community that really lives for the sound, then we're definitely going to be in for a treat, because Boris, who is the guy who just released the PMDG update, that sounds amazing. So if you haven't already, check it out. Definitely check that out. If you just view the channel for the first time, welcome. It is good to have you. If you're liking the content, please subscribe. It would do us a huge amount of good, give us exposure. So please, if you'd like, just give us a thumbs up, send a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know the next time we go live. We can go ahead and listen to some music as we climb up to flight number 380, cruising down to Tampa. Give you some more wing views. It's not outside, but it's still beautiful with these night lighting, so we can check that out. And of course, don't be afraid to say hello in the chat. It's good to see you. My friend David Blake there from Guyana. Good to see some Guyanese in the house. Bayesian spotter from Barbados. Good to see you guys. And Minecraft boy aviators, good to see you as well. Welcome guys. All right, so we're airborne. Don't anticipate us having any issues. And David Blake just subbed in. Thank you so much for the sub, David. Thank you. Really appreciate it, guy. Say hello to your brother and fam for me, man. All right, we're going to Tampa, KTPA, and it's going to be 01 left for our arrival. And let's see how far we are. We are 313 miles, so that's just about a 40-minute flight remaining. So we are getting there. Arrival time is going to be 9 o'clock based on our ATC right now. So let's get that going. We have just under an hour to go. Our top of climb is going to be at 8:13, which is in a couple of minutes. And the top of descent is going to be at 30 minutes. So if you blink too fast, you definitely miss the flight today. So stay tuned for the landing. Another one of the aircraft that I want to start doing in the stream as well is the ATR. I need to get my friend who is an actual pilot for the ATR on the stream so we can actually fly one. But of course, with him being an actual pilot, scheduling is a bit finicky. But we're going to try to see how best we can get him on the stream so that we can do an ATR flight down in the Caribbean. Reenact some of those flights like Liat, Caribbean Airlines, which is currently flying the ATRs right now as well. So that's going to be something we can do. In some other news as well with PMDG, so PMDG currently has the 777-300 already in circulation. The 200 LR, well, not the LR, but the 200 LR for the freighter version is already available. The 200 ER should be entering beta in short order. And of course, with it going into beta, it shouldn't be that long, simply because they already have some experience with it in the platform already. So that should be something that should go in pretty quickly, and we should have it in our hands as well. There isn't an announcement yet. I'm hoping that the next announcement that they would send out would let us know that it is in beta. And maybe in the next 2 weeks or so, once they do everything to break it, that we'll get it in our simulator as soon as possible. Travis Charles says, safe travels, have a great flight. And how long is your flight? Please fly from Zambia, Africa. All right, no problem. We can do that. We could try a flight out of Zambia. Let's see what airlines fly out of Zambia or what I can do. Let's check that real quick. From Zambia to Atlanta, Georgia. Whew, that's gonna be a long haul, man. Let's see. Zambia. Okay, so may not be able to do the Zambia to Atlanta, but we could probably do Zambia to Nairobi. That's a pretty cool flight. It's about a 2.5 hour flight, so we could probably do that. That could probably be a flight that we could do. What you can do for me, Travis, is join the Discord channel. You can do !point Discord, and you join the link there as well. And you can remind me, so that will be one of our flights we can do in the future. That's something else that we can do on this stream, guys. If you would like for us to do a flight, feel free to let us know. I've done one already with our friend from Cayman Islands, flying Cayman Airways from Jamaica to the Cayman Islands. So feel free to drop that message in the Discord, join the Discord, and put that in our section for flight suggestions. So there's a stream flight request, just put that in there and we'll definitely get one of those flights going. That's definitely something we could do. Air Kenya, or Kenya Airways rather. That'd be a 737 flight. That would actually be a cool flight. Just you can type in !point Discord and you'll get the link, Travis. Let's spy a little bit on our passengers. Hello. I was really glad when GSX gave us these seated passengers. It really adds to the realism when you have seated passengers, because it gives you that feel that you're actually flying passengers, you know? So it's actually pretty good. You might be wondering why it is that the passengers are not in here. So what they would have done on the Phoenix is that once the cockpit door is closed for optimization, they have them disappear. So if I go back to the flight deck and I open this door, we'll see them populate. I think they should. Yep, there you go. So once the cockpit door is closed, then the passengers are, just for optimization purposes, they will disappear so that it just keeps the simulator running smoothly. This particular A320 is supposed to be this particular A320 is supposed to be a 2-class cabin, but the creator is supposed to be the one that does the upgrade to make that. But I'd have to check to see if there was an upgrade done to it. So we have the actual first class rather than a full cabin. Or is it? I think, yeah, it's supposed to be. But this is a Northwest one. let's double check. All right, close back the cabin, the cockpit door. Cool. Let me check online for this particular registration. November 328, November Whiskey. And this one is from Northwest. It should be a 2-class cabin. Yeah, it is 16 and 141. So I'll have to double check at some point if there's an update to it, so we have the 2-class cabin for this airframe. All right, so we're climbing to flight number 360, going up to 380, almost to a top of climb in the next 2 minutes or so. And then let's look at our arrival information. So we have our charts available, and the other chart I need to put here is the gate chart, so we can know exactly where we're going. So we're going to Echo 66. So once we land, the gate shouldn't be that far. Since we're landing towards the north, shouldn't be that far. I guess we can, once we do our approach briefing and our landing, I think Whiskey 6 might be it. We come around to Victor 5, Victor, to runway, to gate Echo 66. And there we are, coming up to flight number 380. We can go ahead and turn off the seatbelt sign. And ladies and gentlemen, from the flight, this is your captain speaking. We are currently at 38,000 feet, which is our final cruise altitude for today. Heading on a temper, it should be a smooth ride. However, if you are seated, we ask that your seatbelts will be completely fastened about you. Flight attendants in back for your safety, and of course, whatever instructions they give you, that you would please adhere to them, because they are primarily there for your safety and comfort. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them, and we'll begin our descent in a few. Oh, we have a message coming in there. Once again, thank you for choosing Delta. We'll come back and talk to you once we get closer to our top of descent. Once again, thanks for choosing Delta. All right, so I forgot that there is, oh, we don't have air traffic. Oh, that's unfortunate. So we just got a message saying that center advises us to cross body at 11,000 and the time altimeter is 3011. We had the center online just now, but I guess he got off early. So we have Maddie there. All right, so let's check our perf. We have 117 to our top of descent. Let's check the weather. Current weather in Tampa right now, winds variable at 6 knots. 10 miles, fuel at 3,000, broken 28,000, temperature 22. Pretty nice weather in Tampa. Altimeter 3011. This was taken at 2253 Zulu at 6:53. So that should change just now. That should change. There we go, 2057. Okay. Checking on our friend over here, asking how he's doing with his flight. All right, he says he's doing pretty good, so that's a good sign. And he is probably, let's say, 20 or so miles behind of us. Let's see if we can pick him up on our radar here. Nope. Coming up to an equal time point just now, which means our halfway point between Tampa and Atlanta. Let's double check our weather information from Katl-Ktpa 2353 340 at 8. I'm wondering why this isn't updated as yet. This is not cool. Let's check our arrival. Refresh the meter. All right, there we go. So we have the new meter right now. So time was 23:53 and the wind is 340 at 8. Visibility is 10 satellite miles, scattered at 28,000. So pretty clear again. Temperature is 19, dew point is 16, altimeter 3018, and runway in use would be 1 left and right. And let's see what our landing weight is. Our landing weight is 134.2. Let's put 134, and we have low brake, idle no reverse. So we have landing distance required is 6,739. So with that will allow us to, with 11,000 feet available, and we take up 6,000 of that, we should exit via Whiskey 5, worst case Whiskey 6. And so if we take Whiskey 5, we'll just do Whiskey Victor 4 and then taxi to the gate. If we do Whiskey 6, then we just take Whiskey 6, Victor 5, Victor, and then taxi to that gate. So that's cool. That's it. We're now at 85 nautical miles from our top of descent. Let's check our company message, and they're probably just going to tell us there's no AOC message, ADC message required. Good. So we're good to go. All right, so since we have 85 miles before top of descent, CW, what aircraft? Yes, CW is an A320. A320 from Phoenix. And the Delta colors, November 328, November Whiskey. We have, let's see, 77 nautical miles to go, so let's do our approach briefing. We're landing using the 95 RNAV arrival, and this is chart 20-2 Charlie, effective 31st October 2024, sorry. And we're coming in via the Hunted intersection. Then we go to Throttle, then Heaven, then Leggett, to Gojo, then Ahoy, Matey, or Matty, I think that's Matey. Then to Rocker, Blowout, Seabass, Buggle, Fellow, and then we make a left turn towards Lego or Lagoo for the ILS runway left. So from rock on track 141 to blowout or to blowout, and then on track 139 to Seabass, then on track 187 to cross Tooth at 5,000, and then 210, and then track 187 to Bagu, track 187 to cross Phelim at 5,000 and 210, then track 187 expect radar vectors to final approach course. So we just follow this track all the way down across Tooth at 5,000, Phelim at 5,000, 210. We make that left onto the ILS runway 1 left. And so we are to cross Lagu at 2,600. So we make the left downward 5,000, join the localizer for 1 left. And then we get the ILS correction, the glide slope at Salem at 10 nautical miles from the field at 2,600. For Mr. Porsche on approach into runway 1 left, Mr. Porsche climb 500 feet, then climb a left turn to 3,000, and then we go direct to the St. Petersburg VOR, and we'll hold, continue to climb and hold until 3,000, and we'll advise the Unicom for our intentions coming back around for another landing. The CTAF for Tampa is 119.15. So once we 119.50, once we get down below 10,000 feet, we will tune our frequency 119.5. So let's go ahead and have that in, just so that we wouldn't have to worry to do that on the approach. 119.5, so that's set. As well, we will have the ILS runway 01 left, and the MDA for that is 211, and the MSA is 2700. That is here. And the ILS frequency is 108.9 on a course of 007. And the identifier is India Alpha Mike Papa. So we're going to now put that into our FMC, our McDo. We'll create a fix, India Alpha Mike Papa. And based on the distances we have here, Lagu is at 13 from the runway. So we're going to put 15 nautical miles, and that is we should be at 180 knots at that point. And then we go India Alpha Mike Papa one more time. And the glide slope will be caught at Selman. So let's move that from 15 to 20 nautical miles out, and then 10 nautical miles. So by 10 nautical miles, we should be fully configured for the ILS runway 1 left. So for those who might be asking what that is, if we look ahead, we will see we have some range rings here. I don't know if it's to call it best practices, but what would happen is I would have seen some Airbus pilots do this, where they use those range rings to give us time to keep ahead of the aircraft. So our speeds will be at 180 at the first one, and then by the second one, and in this case, it usually be about 7 nautical miles from the airport. I guess we can still do that, but this little star that's on the approach plate should indicate where we should be fully ready for, fully configured for the landing at that point. So the second range ring that we have is we will set that to be what we should definitely be fully configured for our landing. So by 10 nautical miles from the field, we should be full flaps, gear down, and ready for our final approach into Tampa. We're 35 miles out. At 30 miles, we're going to start our descent. Since we're at flight level 380, we want to give us some ample time. We're supposed to cross, let's see, we're crossing Matty at 11,000. So So that's already in. I wonder if it was hard tuned though. I don't think so. Right, so let's hard tune it to be at 11,000. And that probably might change it. No, it's still at 32, so we're good. We're good. And so we're gonna put in a constraint of 240 at 11,000 just so that we don't overshoot. So we're at 27 nautical miles out now. Seatbelt signs coming on. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight, this is your captain speaking. We are just about to start our descent. Seatbelt sign is now on. If you are up and about, we ask you to get back to your seat. The current weather in Tampa is nice breeze coming out of the northwest. Temperature is 19 degrees, and so we'll have a pretty good, pretty fair weather, pretty clear. So you should be able to see city as we come in on the western side of the airfield. So if you're on the left side of the airplane, you'll be able to see the airfield before we turn final to land. Flight attendants prepare the aircraft for arrival. All right, cool. So let's now set 11,000 in the altitude window, and we will begin our descent. And you hear those engines roll back. Nice and smooth. Maltese cross. What that's referring to, George? Was it a waypoint on the chart that I didn't say correctly? And we can see our friend is behind us, coming down pretty nicely. So we should have no issues in terms of our distance for separation. He is currently at flight level 370. Correction, no, he's at flight level 340, and I'm descending now through flight level 364, so we should be fine. Oh wow, I didn't set this up. Look at me yapping and didn't do this. All right, so 3018. And temperature is 19. I wrote it down, just didn't put it in the system. 30.8 and 140 and 211. There we go. All right, that's set. And then we can go ahead and set this up. 3018. 3018. Cool. And we will have level 1, so low for auto brake. For a second there, I thought this light right here, I thought it was the door opening. I was like, why is my door open? But it doesn't light from the actual door. Give me 1 second, guys. And we're back. So currently 95 miles away. Certified level 275 for 11,000 at Matty. Overflying water right now. You can see the lights from this high. It doesn't really look as detailed, but you just see the land over on this side. Oh. Let me see, there's a moon out somewhere. No moon. But that's all right. The current landing time is 9 o'clock local time, 8 o'clock US time. So still on time, still on schedule. George, that's the only flight you're doing for tonight? All right, so we are 28 nautical miles from Ahoy, and after Ahoy we will get to Mati, so we will be descending to 11,000. We are now currently at 21,000, flight level 210. Once we get below 18,000 feet, we will go to the local altimeter, which is 3018, and then we'll descend down to 11,000 feet, holding a 240 knots. Just to ensure that we don't overshoot the 250 below 10,000 as well. So we're just gonna manage the airspeed. Even though we are at 11,000 feet, we're gonna go 240 knots, just to make sure that we have, we can manage our airspeed. Southwest 598, ready to check. Try to call up our friend Southwest. Southwest 598, radio check. Let's see what his airspeed is, just so that we can make sure we coordinate. Should be fine. He's now at 23 and I'm now at 18.7. Yeah, that was 598. What's your current indicated? Roger. I now have you on my TCAS. You're 3,000 feet above me. Well, 1,300 above me, so we can, if you can still adjust a little bit, we'll keep the airspeed up to 240. Might be able to do 250 for a little bit, but once we descend further, we're gonna go to 240 and then hold that there until 210. All right, so local altimeter 3018. So that is our Southwest pilot behind it. He is now at 3,900 feet above us. So he's a little bit close. So we'll try to have him slow down just a bit. We're gonna maintain 250 for a little bit, but once we continue our descent down below 11,000, we're gonna have to maintain that 240 so we don't overshoot 250 below 10,000. There is a penalty for that. We don't want to incur that penalty. aircraft is saying more drag, but we're gonna allow it to keep the speed. And then once we get to this magenta dot, the aircraft is gonna slow itself down. So we're gonna just allow it to keep this upper end of the magenta for the speed. That also helps with the separation between the southwest guy behind of us. And then of course now the lights are coming alive, where we can see the outline of the airport, not airport, outline of the coastline. Hey, what's going on, JL? Sorry you can come on this stream tonight with us, man. Would have been nice to have you. All right, 5 miles from Matty or Matey, and we're descending to 11,000 right now. I'm going to change it now to 5,000, and the aircraft will continue its descent. So that magenta dot that we just spoke about, once we cross that, we're going to see this change. There we go. So it's gonna change the angle of descent, the rate of descent, and it will slow down to 240 knots. The restriction or the constraint is 11,000 until we cross Matty or Matey, and so the aircraft will slow itself down, and that more drag will definitely disappear. I'm on the West Coast flying to Seattle. I was hoping I could join. Oh, all right. I'm probably gonna do a West Coast. I'm actually thinking if tonight I want to do a long haul. I'm thinking. Actually, I have a plane in Salt Lake City. I could probably do Salt Lake City to Honolulu this evening. So that's a thought. That is a thought. But then the flight would have to depart at 11. So I can get some rest and then get up to land in the morning around 5 o'clock. So we'll see how that goes. If not, we go across the pond in a 777. I've been flying Airbus for the past few flights, so JFK EGLL. I don't know. Let's see. Where's my 777? Let's see. 726. 726 is in Miami. It's in Miami. I did a flight from, where was that flight? I did that flight from Rome to Miami. So that was the last flight I did with the 777. I've done Miami to London. Okay, below 10,000 feet, cycle the seatbelt sign, and let's turn on the wing light and the landing lights. So we see that illuminate there, just like in real life. Beautiful. You have a virtual? Yeah, I have a virtual airline. Virtual airline is virtualoneworld.net. I will type it in, virtualowa.net. So feel free to check that out. That is the VA that I am currently with. I'm also with another one. I'm also with a Delta Virtual. All right, so going below 10,000 feet, Tampa traffic Delta 1457. Descending through 9,100, switching to CTAF 19.5. Good day. So 19.5. So we're now getting closer to the coastline, which is right here. And we see that major highway. I don't remember what highway that is. And then we'll make a right downwind by Seabass. Let's hear what the flight attendant has to say.
The cabin is now secure for landing.
Thank you very much, sir. Wow. Thank you very much, ma'am. Okay. Get myself in trouble here, huh? I'll tell you why I said sir. I was looking at what JL just wrote. And then I said, thank you very much, sir. Wow, that's crazy. We'll join your company. Sure, we're glad to have you on board, brother. You could definitely do some more flying. Definitely glad to have you. All right, descending to 7,000 feet, coming up to 5,000 feet shortly. We will reduce that speed to 210. Well, the system will do that automatically, I believe. Yes, it will. So we're going to cross at 210. So we're going to allow the aircraft to go ahead and do that. So we will leave that space between us and the Southwest guy, who is now just 1,000 foot above or below us, actually. Wow. Uncle Kempe is trying to get there before us. Southwest 598, come back. You gonna take the right side? Roger. All right, so he'll extend his downwind so that we can make our left base and then join the final runway 1 left. Another thing that Phoenix would have done, guys, I don't know if you noticed it, but Phoenix also would have done this nice thing where you get the LED lights on the 321s and then the older yellowish kind of lights. So if you notice these yellow hue, this kind of brownish hue on the lights here, that's actually something you could see differentiated in between the two. So I was flying the A321 last night on another flight, and the lights were neon, you know, they were really nice and crisp. So that's something that you notice as well. So if you fly the Phoenix, you will also see that difference between the 320s and the 321. I think those are on the 321 Sharklets though. So if they have the winted fences, I think those are the ones that have the neon light, or the LED lights rather. You notice the lights, JL? Tampa traffic, Delta1457, a beam runway 1 left, will continue descend to 4,000, correction 3,000, and make left base to join the localizer runway 1 left. We'll call on the localizer. Time of traffic. So there's our airport. Our gate is somewhere across there, and this is our runway. So we're a beam runway 1 left now. Yeah, the Sharkless definitely have the LED lights. Brighten up the place. So we're slowing now to 210, and what we can do is we're gonna cross 235, and then we're gonna continue our descent. We're gonna give ourselves a short descent. We should get down to 3,000, and then make the left to okay. So Selman is where we get the localizer, the glide slope. So we're gonna continue our descent after 2. We're gonna descend down to 3,000, then make that left turn to cross Lagoon above 2,600 and join the localizer there. So it's at 3,000. We descend to 3,000 shortly. It's at 210, so we can arm that. We'll arm 210. And then we'll now descend, do an open descent down to 3,000. Tampa traffic, Delta 1457, descend 3,000 feet. We'll make left base to join the localizer runway 1 left. We'll call on base. So once we level at 3,000, we will pull it back to 200 or 180, because we're going to be within that first, within the first the ring right there. Which I like, because night flying is a bit challenging playing around the game filters to not having a super dark. I do find it as well. It's pretty challenging at night, and then the airport lighting, depending on the creator, sometimes they don't amplify it in the airport, so it's really challenging. So that is something that I've found as well. So yeah, the Charlottes really help us where that is concerned. All right, coming on to 3,800, so let's pull it back now to 200, and we will do speed check, flaps 1. And let's take heading real quick. Can't hear the tower too great, getting some feedback. That's actually not the tower CW, it's actually my friend that's flying with me. He's the Southwest, so he's just letting us know what he's gonna do. All right, so we are now at 3,000 feet, and let's pull our speed back now to 180, and let's turn heading 090 eastbound. .090 eastbound, and then we will arm the landing system, and we will arm the localizer. We're now 15 miles out. So the localizer is captured from this point, or it's active, and then once we get closer, we will start to move Charlie Whiskey. That is correct, Charlie Whiskey. Speed check flaps 2. Time of traffic, this is Delta 1457, left base on the localizer. Localizer is active. We'll call fully established on the localizer runway 1 left, 15 miles from the field. Time of traffic. And there is the field at our 10 o'clock. Localizer is definitely active. Glide slope is also active, so we'll arm the approach. And we'll go gear down. Arm the speed brakes. Flaps 3, speed check. Glide slope captured, and we'll do manage speed, so that will now bring our speed back down to our approach speed, and we're good to go. Cabin traffic Delta 1457, 11 miles on the ILS runway 10 left, Tampa. So let's run the checklist. So approach checklist reference is 3014. Supersonic is on. Minimum is 211. Auto brake 1. ECAM mode select. Engine mode selector is norm. Approach checklist is complete. Landing checklist ECAM
2500.
Speed check. Flaps full. All right, cool. So we make sure that once we land, we're gonna make sure that we don't lollygag on the runway. 8 mile final. So we are ready to go. Clear to land, so we turn on our landing lights. And there we have it, on final approach. That was the final look on the outside. Landing checklist, ECAM landing no blue. So ECAM member landing no blue, so we are good to go. Let's see what we're gonna get on this final right now. Landing, we're gonna see if we can pull it off a nice, we have enough runway to play with, but we don't want to be floating too much. And we get a little bounce around here, that's okay. Time of traffic Delta 1457, 6 mile final runway 1 left, Tampa. All right, 5 mile final. At 500 feet, I'll take over. Check. 500 feet, my airplane, and we bring this in for a landing. Looking good, looking good. $500. Check my airplane. Small corrections, don't want to be doing too much. Land. Woo, I'm being bounced around. What's going on with that?
And Southwest 598, we're on a 11 mile final runway 01 left, time of traffic.
Minimum.
Continue.
$100.
Check.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard.
was a bounce. Speed brakes up. Reversers green. D-cell. That was a bounce, guys. 80 knots. Versus lights out. One hour, 9 minutes. Manual braking. And we'll exit here at Whiskey 6. Time of traffic Delta 1457 cleared of runway via Whiskey 6. And we'll slow that down and make this.
Hey, time for traffic. Southwest 598. We're on a 7-mile final runway.
Victor 5. We break down. Wow. Why did we have to come to a stop? I guess I was touching something else. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So we can start the APU. Landing lights coming off. Tail lights coming off. Wing light coming off. Clean up the airplane. And let's call the gates. Echo 66 is our gate today. And Delta should be the liaison. Taxi light now on. And our gate should be right here. So we can watch our friend land real quick. And while we're waiting on him to come land, let's see what our landing rate was. Our landing rate today was... Oh! I'm annoyed at that. Minus 375, man. Minus 375. But that's okay. That's okay. Pretty firm landing. Wake him up. It's time to go. Wake them up. It's time to go. Let's see. So our gate is right here. Charlie 66. Echo 66. So we'll watch our friend land. We taxi to our gate.
And Tampa traffic, Southwest 598. We are on a short final, runway 01 left.
Left some grease on there for you, man. This is, I think this is the one to perform. I seem to have better landings with the 321 versus the 320, and definitely with the 319. 319s are really short. Yep, so this is our gate right here. So let's see our friend come up the road. There he is. Welcome to Tampa. Cool. So now he's there. Let's enter our gate. Blind him, so we turn off that. So you see, like this jail. So you see this, you can actually see the taxiway, you can see the line that you're gonna travel to go into the gate. So I don't need to use the landing lights. But in other airports, this is not it. Gotta use them lights, man. Probably blind off the people there. See what we have here. Slow down just a bit. And we are at the gate. Let's see if he does a dance tonight.
01 left. We made the wrong turn here. We should be going to early gate. You made the right turn. So we're gonna make a U-turn here on Victor and go on Bravo to.
All right, engine beat is on, so that's good to go. We can cut the engines now. Engine 1, engine 2, and then cut that. See if the signs coming off. Let's see if I get some. Do I gotta dance? Do I gotta dance? Do I gotta dance? No dance. No. Nothing. Very good park. Come on, give me a dance, man. I get a very good parking, but no dance. Come on, dude. Man. Alright, thanks. All right, 10%. Wait for the N2s to go 10%, and then we turn off the landing light. Turn off the beacon lights. There we go. Beacon lights coming off, and we can turn off the. And GSX does its thing. Turn off the pump. The guy over here tell me I did very good landing, but then don't want to give me no dance. That's man, I did all that work for nothing. All that work for nothing. All that work for nothing, guys. I don't get it. But there we have it, guys. Thank you so very much for joining this flight this evening. It was a blast being with you guys. As always, I really do appreciate those of you who constantly and consistently come online when we have the lives. It is a pleasure to be flying with you guys. Appreciate the love. I do appreciate the love. It would help me out even more if you haven't already done so to subscribe and to leave a like. Also leave a comment. It really helped the channel. It would really help the channel to grow. Until the very next time, we will do another flight. As I always say, keep safe, take care of you. Until next time, see ya.